Yeah, there's definitely echo coming from somewhere.
Can you hear me?
Essentially, man. Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, so I think I found it. You should be set now.
You found the culprit.
All right. Yep, I got it. So just quick, my thoughts. Okay, I'm gonna be a little boastful here because my expectations were low, and with low expectations, Joe Biden went above and beyond. It is very important for you to be able to discern leadership from crass, like, showboating. The last thing you want to do against a rowdy person is get rowdy. The constant he methodically broke Trump down. Trump looked physically stressed. He refused to just, because every time Joe Biden talked, it was a damning conviction of Trump. And he couldn't handle it. Trump physically couldn't. This is the first time in 4 months that Trump has faced opposition and had to sit there in it. To be called a clown, to be called dumb, to be called second, to be called uncharacteristically bad. Imagine living in the halls of the White House right now as Trump, constantly hearing what a great guy he is from Fox News that run 24 hours in the building. And then having the person who's prepping you be Giuliani and the governor from New Jersey. Those are your two debate prep people. Ugh. He was woefully unprepared, uncharacteristically aggressive, showed no.
No, he was characteristically aggressive.
But my thing is, from the reason is he couldn't say nothing. In his mind, he thought he should be in charge of this debate. It's Chris Wallace from Fox News. And he's begging you, President, please let this man finish. Like, he couldn't handle it. He mentally couldn't handle the echo chamber of his life being removed. It was a powerful scene to see him like this. It's humbling to see him like this. Furthermore, to the point, the people, there's a lot of people out here who really appreciate him, who really like him and think like he's this great guy. They got some questions to ask. They got some major concerns right now. Because truth be told,
yeah,
if you just like Trump because you know he was this guy, now you have a real leader up here next to him. You got some decisions to make. Like,
I wouldn't say a real leader.
No, you have to. You just gave him his credit, but
I can't. I gave him credit for doing good in the debate.
No, but it also stands to reason, and this is going into the debate. If this person is this jumbled up in the middle of a debate, and you see that 200,000 people are dead, the economy is growing back, but it wouldn't be this bad, is just further putting on the, like, he couldn't handle a basic debate. We as America have been lucky. The pandemic was the first real wake-up call for this administration. They have suffered no real threat that would deem or require leadership. This is the first time, and he's failed miserably. He brought up the Ebola crisis. 14,000 people infected. How many died? 10?
No, 14. He said 14. Joe said 14,000 people died.
14,000 people
And
died.
it wasn't
from the
Ebola. It wasn't
Ebola.
Ebola. But it wasn't Ebola that Trump brought up. He brought
H1N1,
up
right?
H1N1.
Yeah, it was H1N1. So 14,000. The projected is still lower than that. 30,000 people should have died from coronavirus in America. That's not the case today. So I think then the second question we got to go to is, can Trump rebound?
He doesn't. Honestly, this is his only time coming out to talk. He's not worried about the debate. He's worried about his base and worried about getting his people out to vote for him. He's worried about tipping the scales for people that he knew probably wouldn't regularly vote for him.
But he's losing
the people
some
who
of
are
his
going
base.
to I don't think
he lost some of his base in this debate?
No, I don't.
You don't think so? You don't think some intellectual Republicans are looking at this like, okay,
no. What these two are fighting for, the people who are going to vote for Trump have already decided, and those who are going to vote for Joe have already decided. Those.
So what about people in the middle then?
That's what I'm talking about. And I'm not even people in the middle. These are completely independents. These are people who are conservative. Somebody like me who's conservative but not a Republican. Because for a good reason, I can't trust Republicans to man up and do what they need to do. Nor can I trust the Democrats. I don't trust them either. It's a conversation we've had a bunch of times that we won't have right now. All that to say, watching this, if you're conservative, like I said earlier, and you watch this and you thought Trump did a great job, you're a liar. And you have a serious issue. If you're not conservative, if you're centrist, a moderate, and you watch this debate and it made you want to vote for Trump, I have questions for you. First question is, what did you see him do or say that swayed you, convinced you, being on the fence that how did he earn your vote tonight? Did you like that he was brash? Did you like that he interrupted Joe? Did you like that he did not follow the rules that he agreed to prior when it came to the confines of the debate? What is it that you liked about this guy tonight? Because it's not just a debate, it's a presidential debate. Now, the things that most people like about him, I can understand. Being brash, not having tact, I get it. I'm there. I'm brash most of the time and don't have tact. But you know what? I realized it doesn't get you very far. It really doesn't get you very far. You have to have a bit of couth. You have to be able to compose yourself, have some emotional intelligence, do the thing, say the thing, be the guy. And for sake of being contrary and doing things your own way, I'm the dude, I'm the president, I'm going to do what I want. You can't even just stop for a second and just be a respectful person. And there's going to be some people who say, well, Eric, the people on the left and communism and Green New Deal and UBI and blah, blah, whatever other talking points you have, they're going to give me that. But I can't stand here in good conscience and say I was impressed at all by what I saw from Donald Trump tonight.
All right. And with that being said, now we kind of dive into this situation. On the board, we have Trump for, let's go to the polls real quick. You guys got to excuse me. I know tomorrow we're going to have this shit running smooth, and next time we're not going to try something 5 minutes before we go live.
Yeah. Don't listen to Eric on that. Don't listen to Eric. He's like, ooh, we can share screens. I can see what you're doing. No, that didn't work.
All right,
OBS didn't like that.
And this is the one that compares for right now, but non-answers versus non-answers. Were you okay with the answers Joe was giving?
Honestly, I was okay with everybody's answers because I knew that there was going to be some bleed over I'm going to take this point and then I'm going to weave in some other thing that I want to jab this person with. I knew that was coming, so I said it's fair down the way.
I feel like I'm missing some Chinas in there.
There were some Chinas that were missed. There were some a couple mental gas, nothing major. Yeah.
I count a mental gaff like him forgetting the date of something. Like something, the mental gaff there is really there for all the people out there are saying he's not there. Like forget.
I mean,
like
listen,
all these
I don't know.
doctors
Somebody
out
put
there that are like,
yeah,
oh, he has dementia. There's 5 degrees out of the 10. Like, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
He's definitely seems. All that now just seems like him being an old goober more than anything.
Yeah.
After watching him stand there for an hour and a half and defend himself against Trump and Chris Wallace. So
I was really impressed to hear the thing that Biden was accused of the most was not campaigning, or campaigning small rather, and him being called, Joe Bunker. The fact that Joe Biden hit him with the bunker thing twice and tied it into the whole, you didn't go out. You had to go down to the bunker because the day before you decided to push. Oh man, Chris, you're absolutely right. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Where am I at?
We're talking about it now.
Where are you at?
Basically,
are you watching on YouTube?
He's watching on YouTube. Chris is watching on YouTube.
Okay.
Hold on. We missed some stuff too. James said, as the GM of a restaurant, I can say we as leaders in the industry had to wait around a lot to get a signal of what we needed, where we're required to do far as closing and reopening. Yeah, like the Trump administration left a lot of small businesses and a lot of people out on the streets. We got one stimulus check 6 months ago. PPE funding that was designated for these small businesses went to the Shake Shacks of the universe. That went to
that's sad. But whose fault is that?
That's the administration's fault for not having oversight.
Yeah, now I'm gonna disagree with you on that. Who passes the bill?
Congress.
Who's responsible for ensuring the money goes to the correct place?
When we
Congress. No, the answer is Congress.
Yes.
The answer is Congress.
Yes.
That's it. So I'm not going to attribute what Congress is supposed to do with the money. Congress is in control of the money. Nancy Pelosi holds the purse strings. It goes the way that she says. If
Nancy Pelosi is not in charge of Congress. She's in charge of the House. Mitch McConnell had a saying in this. Mitch McConnell was the one that removed the provision for oversight. It wasn't until that he started losing $11 million to Shake Shack and what's the cake place?
Okay, so who passes a bill that they have no oversight on?
They had no choice but to agree to it to get it out. What I'm saying is, they agreed to it with no choice. They agreed to it because they knew that the people needed the funding. You're literally pulling the strings and being upset that they can't cut them. All I'm saying is, yeah, as a collective group, they are responsible. But it would have been an easy task for the Republican Senate and the Republican executive branch to come together and say, hey, let's let this provision about oversight protection be a thing. Cheesecake Factory. Thank you so much, James.
Yeah. I just ate there today, by the way.
They're criminals. But all I'm trying to get through is saying is Republicans made it their business to steal these funds from people. There were 4 businesses in a historically black district that got approved for less than $100, even though they were one of the first people to apply.
Listen, that's anecdotal because I'm not going. Anyway, you know. Well, I'm not going to put my business out there, but yeah.
So for me,
listen,
all I'm saying is,
yeah,
All I'm saying is,
I know people. I know, but plenty of black people who have gotten hundreds of thousands of dollars from this COPE Act and CARES Act. I know dozens of them. So
dozens doesn't account for the hundreds of millions of people, the millions of people still waiting, still hoping that something happens.
they're not going to. Most of those people don't have a government. Applying for a government loan. They're not applying for a government loan. They're not asking the government.
Let's push for this next one because you guys are actually responding pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Try and join. We were at back to work or to work in the first place. Yeah. So like even right now with the strike that's going on with the teachers going back to school, because now all of a sudden they're treating it, oh, the pandemic is going to be taken care of, so we're going to start sending you guys masks. Oh, we're not going to send you guys masks because that would then have to validate that this is a national issue. So it's still pure politics with this administration. A big convo with
all of them. Yeah,
but Joe Biden just went up there and said, it's the science. It's going to listen to Dr. Fauci. We're going to put people into better positions. The administration of Trump still refuses to acknowledge that these vaccines are coming tomorrow. They're not.
I don't think that they are. They haven't.
Nobody believes, and nobody in this genre believes that. A big convo with a former roommate during the last election was the idea of he says things that people only say at a dinner table and not in public. So brash, maybe. You're absolutely right. That whole he says what you're thinking. There's a reason why your subconscious doesn't dictate your consciousness, because you wouldn't have a job. You would constantly be getting into fist fights on the street. There's a reason why alcohol is usually involved when you get your ass beat. That subconscious will get your ass beat.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, what they say, a drunk mind speak a sober heart. That's really what it is. All that though. The thing about him is he was just winging it. He was not prepared. He was not prepared. There were so many layups he could have had. He could have spent all night on a few talking points. He could have spent all night on a few talking points if he was strategic. He's not in this regard at all. Maybe this instance, I don't know. I'm gonna venture to say probably more. There's way more things. He didn't do well. He did not do well. So,
another comment we have is, and shout out to Chris. I'm shocked. What the hell did we just watch? We just watched two things, if I had to call it anything. One, Chris, we just watched a man who underestimated his opponent implode on himself. And two, we actually saw a dominant. I haven't seen Joe Biden this dominant in a debate since him versus Bernie. And even in that debate, he still, because they're on the same side, they're throwing each other light punches. He trumped Trump. He called him a clown. And when he called Trump a clown, I expected Trump to erupt. But Trump was so embroiled in just thinking of a way to do something about him, talking about him, he froze. Trump looked genuinely unprepared. He looked like a deer in headlights.
Yeah, he thought Joe was gonna talk himself into a hole when he wasn't gonna have to say.
But
that
Chris
much.
Christie and Chris Christie and what's the fucking mayor he has? Damn, I just said fuck.
That's two.
That's bomb.
That's two.
What's the dude? Giuliani. Yeah. When those are the two people preparing you for your debate, you're gonna lose. 10 out of 10. You could have
hired anybody else. You could have hired anyone else.
You mean to tell me there's no one else in that damn building, in that damn White House?
I mean, why didn't you had Kelly McEnany could have done a better job than that.
You have somebody who
that chick is a beast.
Yes, she's
that chick's
good.
A beast.
She's horrible, but she's good.
She's the best kind of individual,
but she is good.
But your press secretary is not supposed to be spouting out rainbows and butterflies. Supposed to be an absolute turd sandwich. I like it. I like it.
And that was the part that kind of boggled my mind. Like, at what point did Trump, like, is Trump right now tweeting up a storm, angry as all hell, and whatnot? Like, I would love to see what's going on Twitter right now. I would love to see what's going on.
I don't live on there, but I am going
I do live on Twitter, so let me pull up my Twitter.
Hold on, where's it?
But
Breaking
here's
news.
the third question, Eric.
Hold on, live. Independent voters react to Trump and Biden's first debate. That's what I want to see. That's already.
Oh,
Oh, it's
somebody wrote a comment. Where? Okay.
damn. Independent voters are talking.
Of course, cause and I guess the last question, um, who round one? Who won?
Let's see if I.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah. So Joe 1 hour ago. Joe wants to shut down the country. I want to keep it open. He's already on Twitter an hour ago. Get out of here, Trump. Let me share my screen with you guys so you guys can see what I see. Your camera just went out. Oh, it's back.
These the LA Times got 20,000 people watching. The independent voters are not. Yeah, a lot of people are saying they ain't like the name calling. They didn't like the going back and forth.
Yeah, the bickering was kind of messed up. James says hard to say who took round one with so much going on at my point. I mean, in the terms of just the debate, I feel Trump didn't land enough points.
Trump came there to say the things that he wanted to say. I don't think he cared at all what questions Chris Wallace was going to ask. That's what it sounded like more to me. And Joe Biden knew exactly what questions Chris Wallace was going to ask, almost as if he had taken a look at the questions.
Don't
and
make
I'm sure both of them.
Prove.
No, I think both of them. Don't get it twisted for a second. That those two just got up there and had no idea what the questions were going to be, or some semblance of idea of what questions Chris Wallace would ask.
Why is this showing up back on my screen though?
What's showing up back on your screen?
The debate.
What debate?
The debate that literally just took place.
I don't know.
All right, I put it back. Why won't they just let me pull up my tweets? To be honest, James, I'm gonna say that it's a no-brainer for me. Just because Joe came out swinging, Joe's performance really didn't leave much for me to desire. His smirk, he had a swagger about him. I'm not gonna lie. Like he just looked like, in the terms of his debate, he answered more of the questions. He retorted correctly more of the questions, and he was able to keep his composure. You lose points in natural debates, in universal and studious debates, for lack of composure. But this wasn't a debate. This was more of a public forum. I definitely agree. Insofar as structures should have been much more structured. Yeah, and you know what, James? To be honest, I think if you really wanted to have a proper debate, a proper structured debate, as the moderator in these normal debates, they should be allowed to turn off the mics. At the end of your 2 minutes, your mic turns off. And I think that should be the rule that goes into place.
That could be the rule, but again, you got people who they're not what? I gotta do what? I gotta turn my mic off.
They're not gonna let that slide.
I'm
still working on this, guys. I'm gonna pull up my Twitter if it kills me.
No, don't worry about it, man. Like at this point, we can just wrap. What time is it? 10:20. Yeah,
it's 10:20.
Yeah.
But
nah, I really appreciated watching it. It definitely there's some concern there for me watching how you treat people. To me, it means something. Watching just how you treat people. I get it. I'm not anymore. I have my moments when I'm introverted. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to be involved. I get it. But they're just certain decent acts that a person should do, especially as a politician. Like, but I get it. I get it. The difference between Joe and Trump is Joe's been a politician for 50 years. He's extremely polished. He's charismatic. He knows how to use his words. He leads and paces well. Trump just talks. Trump's just a dude, and he looked like just a dude.
All right, I got Twitter pulled up right now. Let's see Trump's top tweets from an hour ago. Regardless of who you're pulling for, I think we can all agree Joe Rogan would have been a better job of moderating than Chris Wallace. Trump is such an idiot. Rigged election.
And it starts. You gotta call it rigged because you got your hat handed to you.
Trump is literally Trump. You know what Trump is doing right now? Trump has taken. What I am looking at right now is a video of a small YouTuber or whoever this is showing a guy buying a ballot voter registration form.
Yeah. You can buy one.
It's crazy. And they're clearly in a Muslim area because I just saw two women walking by with the hijabs. 47 minutes ago, Donald Trump posted a video about Biden embrace police leftists. Biden will raise your taxes. Like he's scrambling so much right now. Make America great. 52 minutes ago. 55 minutes ago. Okay, one last thing, Eric, and I'll let you go because I know you're tired of me.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine with this topic. It just
the thing is, what was your response to him saying, Proud Boys stand down but stand by? What was your response to him not outright denouncing white nationalists?
I have a problem with it. It was a layup. Chris Wallace gave you a layup, and you airballed a layup. It's very easy to say, I do not support white nationalism. I do not support white supremacy. I do not support racism. That's all you have to say. And you got in the moment.
Look at what's trending right now. Proud Boys, white supremacy is trending. Clown, moderator Antifa. Like this is what's trending right now. Well, this is what's trending for me. Let's see what's trending on a national scale. The debate is 1, Trump is 2, Proud Boys is 3, Philadelphia is 4, 5 is the debate night, Antifa is 6.
Mr. Putin's puppy is trending on. This is YouTube though. Primary ballots never made it to mailboxes. Pelosi hopeful COVID-19 stimulus deal will be reached. Obama allegedly briefed on claim Clinton approved.
President Trump said Proud Boys stand back and stand by when being asked if he was willing to condemn white supremacy. Like, he's such an idiot. He's such an idiot. Whoops. All right, Eric. we learned a lot. We'll be back for the next debate. They're gonna have 2 more, and then a vice presidential debate. I'll be here for all of them. Any last words, bro?
Nah, man, it's been fun as always watching these old people run our country. I'm telling you. We needed some serious change. If this is all that we have, this is a problem. The fact that we are arguing about these 2 old people who at the end of the day are not going to do what we know what needs to be done is a problem. This is to me as a bigger problem. Heero, it's funny. Heero and I had this conversation last night. Heero's definitely more of a let's fix the people. I'm more of a let's fix the process. But yeah, I'm really shocked. I'm really shocked. That's all I got to say. I don't have anything bad to say. I have nothing bad to say about Joe Biden tonight. I do not.
Well, we can do this. Where can they find us?
Dude, we need a lower third for that. We need a lower third. We can just flip up and I can tell everybody we're obviously on YouTube because you're watching us there. And we're obviously on Twitch because you watch us there on Twitch. We're on Facebook. We're on iTunes. We're on SoundCloud. We're on, well, what used to be Google Plays, technically YouTube Music. Are we on Spotify yet?
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're everywhere. We are everywhere. We even have an Identity Booth Instagram page. A lot of people don't even go over there and frequent our Instagram. Go over there and hit a follow. Leave us a comment. We'll put some video clips on there for y'all.
Nah, definitely. And shout out to James for being our booth boss for tonight.
Booth boss for the evening.
If you want to be a booth boss, it's simple, y'all. Just communicate with us, identify with us, and we'll identify with you. We appreciate it. We're still growing. We're still learning. Even though we thought we had this shit right. But, hey, we appreciate you guys hanging with us. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow for night 2. Is a lot. I'm going to try and cut this episode up so I have something to post tomorrow. But I'm super excited. I think this was a great opportunity to really excite the left. But I expect Trump to come back tomorrow. I don't think this is a lay down TKO. I think we have to keep putting pressure. I think we have to put the heel on the neck and finish this debate off properly. But we'll figure out how it goes tomorrow. We'll finish up with the countdown. We had 4-2 for the non-answers. We had China being mentioned 3 times, Obama being mentioned 3 times, Hunter Biden being mentioned 5 times. Blaming the virus once, passive racism 3 times, a hint of fake news, or it could be a lie. That's 32 for Trump. We had mental gaffes. This was 0. Tax mention. I believe this was definitely 4, not 2 for Biden. We had 1 physical challenge by Biden, 4 verbal jabs. And he definitely told 3 lies. And he had 2 bunker remarks to Trump. So that's our numbers. We'll be following this all the way through. But as we constantly try to identify with you guys, as you guys try to identify with us, we just got to meet somewhere in the middle. And I appreciate you guys always doing that with us. You can argue and debate civilized, but never, ever, allow your opponent to make you come to their level. Always bring them to your level. And, as long as you rocking with us, you're going to be on a better level. So we appreciate you guys. Hopefully tomorrow my camera will work. But if not, look at, just real quick, can we just say how great Eric's studio looks? This is nice. So we'll have some better stuff. Tomorrow we'll figure this out and we'll enjoy.
See y'all.